What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Controversy, here on the 3 Point Conversion YouTube channel, and this is my NBA journal. As you see, I have some new toys, so trying it out, having fun with it. So, anyway, let's get started. I'm here to talk about Game 5 of the NBA Finals. And I don't know if you follow my podcast, the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. I team up with my main man, Arnold Glass, the sage of sports, who has his own YouTube channel, Get With It Sports. Anyway, we come on every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. on Blog Talk Radio. You will see the details on the show. But anyway, so I said Saturday that to me, the first four games, I'm not even going to say to me. I just came on and said Saturday, the first four games, the play was erratic. It wasn't great basketball to me. I mean, the finishes, when it came down to the end, they were great. But as far as the overall gameplay, I didn't think that it was good play because Cleveland would come down, hold the ball 24 seconds, nothing wrong because that's their style. Then Golden State would run down the court when they get the ball, like their heads, like a chicken with their head cut off, and run around, shoot a crazy shot, contested 3-pointer, or, just rushing shots. So, and I predicted that Game 5 would be the best played game of the series, and it'll have the best flow, which it did. Great game. I think it was a 1-point lead or tied up at the half. So, have to talk about, first of all, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I don't know if he's watching. I hope you are, and I'm not trying to call you out, but I had a great discussion with one of my main man, the Dark Knight Sports, Mr. LaShawn, and he talked about how he was saying how LeBron James needs to learn not to play himself. He needs to learn that he can't do it all himself. That's what he said, and that hopefully the league is looking at this too and learning. And I was saying I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is because I think they went out and made the right trades made an effort to get the right people in. Now, because of injury, it set them back because now you have Thompson, who would be on the bench. He's starting. Dellavedova, he would be on the bench. He's starting. You're giving J.R. Smith heavy minutes now. You're giving Shumpert heavy minutes. LeBron, of course, is playing heavy minutes. So I think, you have to factor that in. But in saying that, man, Cleveland is depleted. I mean, they have no one else. It's a shame because LeBron is putting forth this great effort, and looking at LeBron and watching him play, yes, he's still making some of the same mistakes as far as have Barbosa on him again in Game 5, like I talked about in game. As a matter of fact, on my last NBA journal, I talked about it. But in Game 5, he had Barbosa. This time it was, I think, early first half, and settled for a 3-pointer. Can't do that, LeBron. But on the other hand, he balled out 40 points, 12 rebounds, I think 10 assists or 11 assists. He had a triple-double. And I predicted for the series that LeBron probably would average, I thought he would average 28, 11, and 8. So I didn't think he would score as much, but he is. But I think LeBron, I mean, you can't get mad. I mean, everybody call me a LeBron hater, which I'm not. I just love the game of basketball, and I think he can be the greatest player ever. But at the same time, throughout this series, I've gained so much respect. Even through the playoffs, I've gained so much respect for LeBron. I already had respect for him, but I gained so much more respect just because of what he's doing, what he's putting his body through. Yes, he has to be dramatic. That's why I call him the drama king. But for the most part, he's doing his part. He's balling. He's leading his team. He's being a leader. He messes up. He says, my fault. Or if he sees that something's going wrong, he corrects his player. So I give him that, and I give him forth the effort, but they don't have enough. And a lot of people want to get mad at Black because they say that with last night's decision not to play Mozgov that many minutes, yeah, it backfired at the end. Everybody going to blame Black for that. It's a dumb mistake when he scored 28 points last game, but he scored 28 points last game. Golden State came with a small lineup. I think they lost by double digits that game. So, yes, I agree with the change in the lineup because if you think about it, it worked in the first half. Just they ran out of steam. It worked in the first half. As a matter of fact, I think Cleveland had like a 6-point lead late in the first half. So it worked. Everything worked. It went according to plan. And it's just that Curry got hot in the fourth quarter. And Cleveland just ran out of gas, which has been a story throughout the whole series. So I give Black kudos for making that move because it worked. He scored 28 last game. They were down most of the game, weren't they? Yeah, so it worked. I give Black kudos for that. Just Golden State showed they were a better team and they had more depth. Now, going to Golden State, of course, Curry is amazing, man. I mean, I've been a big fan of his since Davidson. I was a big fan. He was my favorite player in college when he was at Davidson. So I knew he had this talent, but to see him shoot like he does, man, I always said Reggie Miller is the greatest shooter ever, but he is trying to make me change my mind. I don't want to, being stubborn, but good Lord, this dude is unbelievable, man. He's just unbelievable. But me and my daughter, we were playing Where's Waldo. So after that, this morning before I took her school, whatever, and we wanted to play. She wanted to play Where's Waldo. I told her, let's change the name of the game and play Where's Clay. And she didn't understand, but I said, you'll understand later on. I'll let you watch the video. So I'm going to ask everybody else, let's play Where's Clay? I don't know where Clay is. What's going on? Game 2 erupted. He went crazy. I haven't seen him since. What's going on? He's rushing shots, missing open shots. I mean, he had I think a few 3-pointers, but he only had like 9 points, something like that. He wasn't a factor in the game. Even defensively, he's not really doing anything. So where's Clay? I don't know. But Barnes stepped up. Barnes came up to play last night. Draymond, he did his thing last night. He was aggressive. That's what I like. And I don't mind the threes at the top of the key or at the, on the 3-point line when the player drops off. I don't mind that because you want him to respect you, But what I like was he was so aggressive going to the basket. LeBron there. First of all, it wasn't no big man, and it wasn't any big man in paint. So he went to the hole and caused, fouls. And that's what he should do. That's going to work in their favor. Iggy, of course, he brought excitement and, he's missing a lot of free throws, but he brought excitement to the game. And I just like the approach that Steve Kerr went with as far as small ball. We're not going to change anything. We're going to make them dictate to us, which they did. That's why Cleveland with small lineup. And that's all I was saying all along, in the beginning of the playoffs. I'm beginning of the series when I said that he was being outcoached by Black because he didn't make them dictate. He had all these players on the bench, but he's trying to go 7-on-7, with Cleveland. That's not going to work, man. Use your tools. Make them dictate. They're the ones that's hurting. You put your stamp on the game. So kudos to Steve Kerr and Golden State. I said Saturday, I said before the series it was going 6. I can't lie. When Kyrie got hurt, I was like, man, that might be a sweep. But Cleveland proved and showed me that, hey, LeBron is that dude. Well, I knew he was great, but they do whatever LeBron needs him to sometimes, but they would go to battle for him. I know that. But Saturday, I said it was going 6. I thought Golden State would win 2 games. I stand by that. But I won't be surprised if Cleveland wins Game 6, not just for TV ratings, but just for the fact that LeBron, he just right now he's doing everything he can. It's like he's not letting his team down. He won't let his team down, which I admire. You know, of course, I think Jordan is the greatest player ever, um, and I love Kobe. And LeBron, he's a different type of player, but he loves to compete. He's very competitive, and I think he's showing that he's willing to do anything and everything it takes for him to win. The thing about LeBron that most people don't realize is the fact that Jordan went through it, even Kobe. LeBron went through it early in his career, but he got lucky and moved to Miami, where he didn't, and honestly, he really didn't go through it because they came out winning every year. They were winning. After his rookie season, I think they were winning, always on top. I think he went to the finals the 3rd year. So, but he's had teams where they didn't, his teammates weren't that good, and he had to bring him along. But I think with that Cleveland team, they weren't that good. He had no other help. Whereas Mike in Chicago, he saw the potential in Scotty and Horace, a young BJ, them players, Scott Williams, Stacey King, all of them coming off the bench. He saw the potential. It was, how can I get them to realize that they're this good and we can win this finals? And when LeBron, like I said, LeBron had players that they weren't good at all. They just weren't good. So when he went to Miami, he came with all-stars. So he got spoiled. But now that he's in Cleveland again, he has very good players. But I think he's finally going through that time in his career where he's trying to get them to understand that, hey, we can do this. You all are that good. And I think this is a maturity process. And I think he's passing. So next year, even though I love my Bulls, I think the league is in trouble because I think next year they will get it. They should be more healthy, but they will get it. So again, I have Golden State winning in 6. But again, great performance, and should LeBron James get the MVP for his outrageous and courageous performance? Stop it. No, he shouldn't get the MVP because they didn't win. I mean, yeah, Jerry West did it, but they didn't have ESPN and social media, or media period wasn't like that. So how would it look? They win the Golden State win the trophy, but then they go in the locker room and present the MVP to LeBron James. He all somber and all of that. That makes sense. So no, probably should give it to Steph. I mean, he had some bad games, but late in games he came to play. So anyway, once again, it's Mr. Controversy here on my NBA Journal. This is the 3-Point Conversion YouTube channel. Again, go ahead and subscribe and check me out. I will be posting the my information, or the information on the podcast at 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And I will see you again probably after Game 6. Peace. I'm out.